Hello, how's everybody doing? I hope you guys are doing very well. I am here today with a favorites video, returning to YouTube for the time being. Not quite sure how long I'm going to be back, but for now I figured this would kind of be a fun little chatty thing just to kind of get back into the swing of things. I'm trying out a new setting. I think you guys have seen this before, so let me know what you think about this background. I'm trying to play with the lighting and stuff because my window is right over here, but I got some good light coming in over here, so hopefully it all balances out. I have been absent for such a long while that I have accumulated a lot of favorites, and so I thought that this would be kind of a nice time to just settle down and get comfortable and just talk about some of the things I've been loving these days. So if that's something that interests you, then just keep on watching. I'm gonna start with clothes and beauty and all of that good stuff. The first thing I have to show you is a shirt. I'm gonna probably insert pictures of some of these here. If you follow my Instagram, you've seen this before. But I found this shirt at Loft Outlets when I was shopping for winter and fall clothes. And it's just a really pretty short sleeve shirt. It's a really nice rose color and some patterns. You guys will see details in the photo. I like the little embellishment that comes up above the sleeve here. And this looks really cute tucked into a plain black skirt that I own, and I really like how feminine this looks, and if I could wear it every day I totally would. It's very classic and feminine and girly. I feel very confident in it, and it brings out the natural colors in my face, so that's really cool. Since I live in the East now, where it is much colder than it was in Texas, it was time to invest in some sweaters. I picked up this poncho, which is basically just, it looks like a square, but it's like a poncho. You know, your head goes in one hole, and then you've got holes for your arms. Here's one hole, the other hole is somewhere around here. But it's really cute, very comfortable, very slimming. If you follow my personal Instagram, you've probably seen the photos, so I'll link them, show them somewhere in there. It's really cold in my room. I have a necklace here. I'm usually not a big jewelry person. Occasionally I'll wear a watch if I need to, but I found this necklace for $3 at Rue 21, and it's one of those very simple silver bar chain necklaces. Let me see if it'll focus. I really like it because it says faith in Morse code on it, which is just a really pretty message, and I think Morse code's cool, so I decided to pick this up. The last clothing favorite I have is actually the sweater that I have on right now. It's just a very simple maroon and black sweater that goes down to my knees, and so I wear it with some leggings and boots or flats. I've really been into tunics and sweaters with leggings lately just because my body is not shaped in such a way where pants are flattering, so I wear tunics with leggings, tunics with ponte pants, tunics with tights, dresses with tights. That's what I wear to school and mostly to work as well. The last favorite I have in the beauty realm is a face mask, and it is by the brand Alba Botanica. It is their Even Advanced Deep Sea Facial Mask. It's a mouthful. You can get this at Whole Foods, you can get this on Amazon. Basically, I love this stuff because I have put it on pimples, and overnight I've seen the pimples just shrivel up and disappear. It's a miracle worker without actually being a miracle worker, and you leave this on your face for 5 minutes and voila! Sorry about that, the lighting changed and my camera died. Anyway, so moving on to the other favorites that are not in the beauty fashion realm, I went shopping and found a couple of holiday decor items that I wanted to share with you guys. I found a couple of holiday themed decoration pieces at Burlington Coat Factory. Don't say they're Christmas themed because they're really not. I can leave them out all winter season, but I'm gonna save them for the holidays. And the first one is this really pretty silver snowflake candle holder, and I really like this because it's an unscented candle. We can't have scents in our home. My mom and sister and I are all severely allergic, so no perfumes, no scented candles, nothing from Bath and Body Works. So I really liked this because the candle was unscented. It's a very pretty piece. If you don't know, if you haven't seen my room tour or anything, my room is black with the purple color of my bedspread and silver being the accents, and the wall is white, obviously. So this is a really pretty and perfect piece for in my room, and it was only $4, which was really nice. The other piece that I got is a little, I don't know what you'd call this. It says hope. And it's the same color as the silver, candle holder, so it looks really nice together. This used to be a sachet holder. You're supposed to put a scented sachet in here. I keep looking at the viewfinder, sorry, I need to get better at this. But I ripped the sachet out because, like I said, we can't have scents in our home. So this is just a little pretty hope stand-up word art thing. I don't know what you call this. I don't plan on leaving this out all year. unless I really think it looks nice, but for now I'm just gonna kind of like stand it up on my dresser right next to the candle. Okay, you guys know that I love books, so we got books, people. The first book that I could talk for years about is called Crooked Kingdom. It's by the author Leigh Bardugo. There'll probably be a picture of the cover right here somewhere, but it is the second book in a duology. The first book's title was Six of Crows. I cannot say enough good things about this book. Leigh Bardugo is an incredibly engaging author. If you like shows such as White Collar, Leverage, if you liked Ocean's 11, shows like that, that is basically what Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom are all about. Leigh Bardugo is a young adult fantasy author. She wrote a series of 3 books called the Grisha Trilogy. So Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom are set in that same universe, but with different characters. So in this universe, there is a group of 6 teenage criminals, and they go on what seems to be an impossible heist to break someone out of a highly, highly, highly protected prison. So Six of Crows is all about this heist, intense amounts of character development, excellent diversity in the characters, great, I can't say enough good things about her writing and just in general. So then Crooked Kingdom is the aftermath, and it deals with one of their own was kidnapped, and so they have to get her back. Lots of internal development within the central characters. These kids are all, you know, 16, 17, there's one 18-year-old, and he really should be being the adult here, but he's not being the adult. But anyway, if you like books and films like that, I highly, highly, highly recommend that book. It is great. There's great diversity within the characters, great representation. One of the character storylines revolves entirely around unlearning internalized prejudice, which is super important, especially in today's day and age. And I just really, really, really love that book. The characters make me so happy, and I was really sad to say goodbye to them, but it was a very satisfying ending. So your heart won't get too broken if you read those books, but I definitely would recommend anyone who enjoys the fantasy genre go nuts. One of my professors recommended a book to me that I've actually been reading and loving, and it is Aldous Huxley's Brave New World. The cover looks really creepy on this version, and I have absolutely no idea why. Brave New World is basically about this author's envisionment of what like the 1980s, I believe, are gonna look like. And it's wild. Let me tell you, like in this society, you're not supposed to have feelings, monogamous relationships don't exist, people aren't born, they're created in factories, like casual sex is a thing, there's no marriage, no families, nothing like that. It's really wild. The author himself, like he writes very well, but there's a lot of dialogue in this book, so if you really don't like a lot of dialogue in your books, don't read this. But if you like classic sci-fi and you like really random British exposition, pick this book up because it is really good and I am really enjoying it. And then I'm also reading George Orwell's classic 1984, which is a lot thinner than I thought it was going to be, but it's very disturbingly accurate just in terms of its themes of conformity, identity, repression, all of that. It's actually disturbingly accurate in a way that makes me very sad for the state of humanity. It's a very, very interesting read. A lot of people have told me that I personally would like it, and so when I read it and realized that I was right, it was weird, but sad, but really good. And I really like the sci-fi genre. I grew up around Star Wars, so it kind of like sparked my interest in the original sci-fi stuff, 1984, Brave New World, and all that stuff. So I've really been enjoying both of those books, just in the sense of I feel like it's broadening me as a person in a way that maybe YA fantasy hasn't. Okay, getting into media. So if you guys didn't know, if you don't follow my Instagram, The 100 Season 3 is on Netflix. This is the only thing that I'm going to talk about for a long time because I love The 100 and I love Season 3, and the fact that it's on Netflix and I get to rewatch all of the Murphy and Amori scenes as many times as I want makes my heart very happy. I know it is extremely problematic. Please do not blast me in the comments. I really, really enjoyed The 100. A lot of stuff about it I don't agree with, but the things that I do agree with are like the big things for me, so I'm gonna keep watching it. But I was so hyped when I saw that it was coming to Netflix. If you haven't watched The 100, just a quick rundown of it. It's basically a post-apocalyptic drama series on the CW. It's about 100 juvenile delinquents that are sent from a space station down to Earth 100 years after the nuclear apocalypse, which supposedly happened in 2038. 100 juvenile delinquents are sent down to Earth to see if the Earth is survivable again because the remaining humanity is up in space and the space station's failing, so they need to figure out if they can go back to Earth. They get down to Earth and figure out that, surprise, they're not alone. There are actually people that were strong enough to survive radiation. They kind of developed their own culture. Basically, the show has evolved from that in season 1 to now it's the sky people against the people living on the ground, they're called grounders, are against each other, but with each other against other people, and it just kind of became messy. And at the end of season 3, I won't tell you what happened in case any of you will watch it, but basically it's a really good show with lots of moral and interpersonal and internal dilemmas, and it's very, very interesting to me to watch shows like that. I also did jump aboard the train well before the hype died down, which is very unusual for me, and I did watch Netflix's Stranger Things. Cue poster over here. I really surprisingly enjoyed that show. Usually before I watch a show that is extremely popular, I wait for the hype to die down so that I can make my own educated opinion and guesses about the show without seeing spoilers online or seeing discourse online, whether it be harmful or hurtful. A lot of people on the internet were talking about it and I was intrigued, and so I ended up binge watching the entire show in the span of 2 days, which is extremely rare for me because I usually cannot sit still for the entirety of a 42-minute episode. So it's kind of a big deal that I was able to watch that entire show in 2 days. Stranger Things just sucked me in from the beginning. I am incredibly impressed with the prowess and the talent of the young kids that are acting in that show. It's honestly amazing to me. I'm really excited for season 2 to come out, and I look forward to seeing more of what the cast and crew have to bring us. There is a band from South Dakota called Paradise Spheres. Paradise Spheres happens to be my favorite band. They're relatively small. I believe they build themselves as alt-rock. I'm not sure though, you'd have to check on that, but they have wonderful lyrics, uplifting music. They recently released like an acoustic remix album with a couple of new songs called Someone Else's Dream. Cue Spotify photo. It is beautiful. It is a beautiful album. They have a lot of their other songs remixed on there as well as 2 new ones, and the entire album just has this very dreamy, beautiful feel to it. So if you like that sort of thing, I definitely recommend looking them up. So that is everything for my favorites. I'm so glad I got to catch up with you guys. It has been awesome. I hope you enjoy the casual laid-back style around here. Ooh, hello. This is kind of how it's going to be whenever I post videos. I just want this to be like a chill, cozy, friendly place where we can just chat, even though I'm the only one talking, which is weird. But anyway, if you're watching this on my blog, feel free to subscribe to this channel and to my blog. You'll see the subscribe box like down if you scroll down. If you're watching this on YouTube and you want to follow my blog, it is nottobecliche.com. I will link it down below. Twitter and Instagram down below so you guys can follow me if you would like. But thank you so much for sticking around. I will talk to you soon. Bye. So, poor guy gets run over by everyone, including the girl that he thinks is hot. So that's wild. But speaking of Leigh Bardugo, we're talking about— okay. It just started like rolling. My professor wants me to like write up a little something about it for extra credit. Now, I don't need it in that class, but I'm gonna do it anyway because, you know, hey, extra credit. So I'm gonna be alive for the end of the world. Cool. Anyway, so a lot of Netflix's